Hi, kindergartners. It is story time with Miss B. Today I'm going to introduce you to a chapter book. Chapter book is where it's a much longer story with quite a few less pictures, and it's broken up into sections called chapters. So we're going to read a few chapters a day of Lulu and the Brontosaurus. This is by Judith Bjorst and illustrated by Lane Smith. Now, I will show you the pictures when there are pictures. So, we're going to start at the very beginning. Title page, just a leaf, nothing fancy. Lulu and the Brontosaurus. Now, there's a little part at the beginning I have to read. It says, okay, all right, you don't have to tell me, I know. I know that people and dinosaurs have never lived on Earth at the same time. And I know that dinosaurs aren't living now. I even know that paleontologists, folks who study dinosaurs, decided that a dinosaur that was once called a Brontosaurus, a very nice name, shouldn't be called Brontosaurus anymore and changed it to Apatosaurus. A kind of ugly name. But since I'm the person writing this story, I get to choose what I write, and I'm writing about a girl and a Brontosaurus. So if you don't want to read this book, you can close it up right now. You won't hurt my feelings, and if you still want to read it, here goes. Chapter 1. There once was a girl named Lulu, and she was a pain. She wasn't a pain in the elbow. She wasn't a pain in the knee. She was a pain, a very big pain. In the B-U-T-T. Now, Lulu was an only child, and her mom and her dad gave her everything she wanted. And guess what? Lulu wanted everything. Tons of candy, tons of toys, tons of watching tons of cartoons on TV. And if her mom and her dad ever said, and they hardly ever said it, "Sorry, darling, we think you've had enough," Lulu would screech till the light bulbs burst and throw herself down on the floor, and then she would kick her heels and wave her arms, and pretty soon her mom and dad would say, "Well, just this once," and let her have whatever it was she wanted. And this is Lulu. Chapter 2. Yes, some chapters are short, some chapters are longer. 2 weeks before Lulu's birthday, she announced to her mom and dad that she wanted a Brontosaurus for her B-Day present. What did she say? What? A Brontosaurus? Yes, she wanted a Brontosaurus for a pet. At first, Lulu's mom and her dad just thought she was making a little joke. And then they saw horrors. She was serious. They patiently explained that a Brontosaurus is a quite enormous dinosaur who lives in forests, not in people's houses. Is that where a Brontosaurus would live? In a forest? I'm afraid that I'm not absolutely sure. But since I'm the person writing this story, I'm putting the Brontosaurus in a forest, along with a lot of other wild beasts that I'm absolutely sure did not live on Earth when dinosaurs were there. Anyway, Lulu's mom and her dad continued to explain to her, although a Brontosaurus is into eating plants, not animals, including human animals like Lulu, and although it is cute in a long-necked, pin-headed way, it is much too huge and too wild to be a good pet. A dog, a cat, a goldfish, a bird, a gerbil, a guinea pig, yes. A Brontosaurus, definitely no. So here we have some of the choices she could have, and look at the size of the Brontosaurus compared to them. Not quite sure where she would put them. Okay, chapter 3. No? Her mom and her dad were telling Lulu no? Lulu wasn't used to hearing no, and she really hated hearing no. To show how much she hated it, she screeched and screeched till all the light bulbs in the living room burst. "I she said in between screeches. I want a brontosaurus for a pet. Well, maybe we could get you a nice rabbit, her mom said. Or even, said her dad, a nice pet cat. No! Screeched Lulu. I want a brontosaurus for a pet! Then she threw herself on the floor and kicked her heels and waved her arms and screeched some more. Ah! Chapter 4. 4 days, 8 days, 10 days, 12 days passed. Lulu kept saying, I want a brontosaurus. Her mom and her dad just kept on saying no. Lulu kept screeching and throwing herself on the floor and kicking her heels and waving her arms. Lulu's mom and her dad kept saying no until finally, on the 13th day, the day before Lulu's birthday, right after lunch, Lulu said to her mom and her dad, Okay then, foo on you. She had terrible manners. If you aren't going to get me a brontosaurus, I'm going out and getting one for myself. Lulu packed a small suitcase and said goodbye to her mom and dad and walked out the door. There's her suitcase. And they let her go, partly because they thought she changed her mind and come running back home in about 2 minutes, and partly because it was nice to not having her screeching and kicking and waving and being a pain. Let's have a cup of tea and a couple of cookies, Lulu's mom said to her dad. Excellent idea, replied her dad. So they went into the kitchen and started munching on some cookies and sipping tea, and pretty soon they'd forgotten all about Lulu. And come back tomorrow for more of Lulu and the Brontosaurus. Have a wonderful day, kindergarten.